Hello everyone, this is Anton and welcome back to Spirits of Xanadu. Today we're going to be finishing this game, but this time we're going to go for the good ending. Now there's actually another secret ending in this game and I'm going to try to show it to you when I actually get it. It's a little bit more difficult to get, but the good ending I finally figured out. So let's actually get into the game. And just as I thought in the previous video, to get the good ending you basically have to send the spaceship going right there. To make it go there, you actually have to enter specific codes, and these codes are found by looking into your inventory. So if you go into the pages here, there's all of these pages that you collect throughout the story, like for example this one here, and all of them have a number written on them. Now it took me a while to figure out that I was actually missing 2 more pages, and I finally discovered them by walking around the ship, just randomly looking everywhere, and finally found these 2 missing pages. I've also discovered an extra audio log, but that's not as important. The important part is that we now have all of the pages and we can finally, you can actually see there's 3 pages still missing. I still don't know where the 3 other pages are. We can finally enter the code because I finally have it here. Now, before we enter the code though, I just wanted to talk about the other secret ending. So there's another secret ending that I don't really know what it does exactly, but as you can see, we are going crazy, and there's apparently an ending that allows you to go, I guess, completely crazy. This is what I'm guessing would happen to you. So if you've watched the entire series that I posted about this game, in I think part 2 or possibly part 3, there was a part when I actually, after dying for like the 3rd or 4th time, I ended up having this dream where I go to, where's this area? I'm going to try to find it. The mask takes you, you follow the blood trail, and the mask takes you to the research facility, I think. It takes you here. Or maybe not. It takes you to, or medical facility. I think it does take you to medical facility, where you then, oh no, right here, laboratory, where you then have to touch this thingy. You have to touch the artifact, and if you touch the artifact, you actually trigger the 3rd ending, or you can actually trigger the 3rd ending as long as you find all of the hidden masks. Now that part is really hard. Even though I found 27 pages, and let me show it to you again, and 11 audio logs, I'm totally missing tons and tons of masks. As a matter of fact, there's actually quite a lot of secrets in this game, and some of them you actually have to listen to. So sometimes you'll hear sounds, and if you hear a sound, like there's actually a sound that I heard in one of, I think in the first part, where I thought it was a cat, and it was actually a ringing noise. And if you actually shoot at the wall, if you start shooting at the wall will disappear, and you'll be able to enter a certain location. I'll show you one of them if I can find it right now. And so here's one inside Commander Lucy Zhao's office. If you go in here, there's actually a secret. If you shoot this part, this was actually had to be shot with a gun, you'll be able to enter this secret location that has, I believe this had like a doll or something. There you go, there's like a little doll in here, a teddy bear. And there's quite a lot of these secrets around, and I was actually quite surprised to find some of them by accident, and I had to look up some of the other ones because I didn't know where to even look for them. And so this game has tons and tons of secrets. And so anyway, so let's go ahead and finish the game. We're gonna go and enter the code. I'll show you what the code is if you're actually trying to find it yourself. And just to discover the code, all you're doing is, okay, you go into the first page, which is page 5, and the number here is 14. Then you go into the next page, which is, I think, page 7. The number here is 1. Then next page is page 10. Page 10 is somewhere here. This is the last page I found. The number is 8. This is a number I was actually missing, and so on and so forth, until you basically get to the part where you can essentially launch your spacecraft into the star. And the sound is back. But before we do that, I actually just discovered that there is actually an achievement you can get by doing the following, and it's actually kind of fun. It's going to be super fun. I think it's going to be super fun. So this is actually just to show you how awesome this game is. So if you go into the kitchen, if you go right here in the kitchen, there's all these like stoves and stuff, and you know, this one has water in it, I think. And actually, if you press this button, they'll actually turn on. And what's really cool is that this used to have water in it, and the water actually would start steaming, which is pretty awesome. It will actually start steaming, and there will be like bubbles coming out of it. I'm not sure if there's anything left in it now because I think it's all evaporated. But I really wanted to show this to you, but unfortunately I don't really know how to fill this anymore. I guess I won't be able to fill it anymore. But what we are going to do is we're going to get an achievement. There's an achievement right here that apparently is a thing. Apparently that's a thing. Yep. We're going to burn ourselves to death. And that's it, to me that's just hilarious. But you know what, there's quite a lot of really fun achievements, and this one I believe is called Killed by Elements, and I'm probably gonna get it in a second, or not. Oh, very disappointing. Maybe I already had it. I may have already had it actually. Anyway, so that's basically what this game is like in a nutshell. I honestly think this is probably one of the better games I've played in a long time, and the funny part is that, or I guess the good part is that it's actually currently on sale on Steam. Now, if you're watching this in February of 2016, and by the way, where am I going? It's currently on 50% off on Steam, so go and buy it. It's super awesome. It's super, super cheap, and it's totally worth your time. It's worth playing through this. It's worth getting all of the achievements. There's an achievement here to try to finish the game without dying, and I think it's worth getting that because it's actually kind of hard to do it without dying. There's also a speedrun achievement. There's just so many. Anyway, so let's enter the code. I'm going to show you what it is. And so here is the code. I'm going to read it for you. It says 1418-2061-4511-6342. And that's obviously from the pages you collect throughout the ship. So this is a more difficult ending, and this is technically a good ending because you don't really kill anyone on Earth. If you remember in the last ending, everyone basically dies. There's like 4.5 billion people that die. And all we have to do now is basically set the autopilot to go. And I totally forgot to turn on the navigation system, so we just have to reinsert these really quickly because I actually reloaded my game from the last save. And so once these are all in, here's the last one. There we go. I believe that's all I have to do, and now we can go and press the button. We're just gonna press go, and even though it's raining on the inside, that's because we're going crazy. So this is the good ending where nobody dies. Now, in one of the previous ETA 19 hours and 22 minutes, one of the previous videos, someone commented, so how come... Okay, here we go. I'm gonna shut up for a second. And it looks like we sacrificed ourselves for the better of humanity. Mission failed, casualties 4. Well, technically it's mission success. And so, yeah, someone actually asked, so how come that, you know, it's 1984, I believe, or 1983 in this game, and they have spacefaring technology, they're able to reach other planets, other stars. And I think the idea here is that it's sort of an alternate universe where instead of stopping the Cold War space race, they've actually continued it to the point where certain organizations and companies were able to develop these spacefaring spaceships, and which I think is a pretty cool scenario to have. That's why a lot of the computers and a lot of the other technology on the ship are kind of archaic. Like, you could actually find floppy drives and floppy disks lying around, and there's a lot of mechanical stuff. That's probably because they're kind of aiming for this alternate universe reality here. Anyway, so that's the game in a nutshell. Like I said before, it's probably one of the better space exploration games I've played in a really long time, and I'm gonna try to find the third ending. It might take me a while, but once I do find how to complete the game and how to get the third ending, I'll post a video for that as well. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this playthrough, and if you did enjoy it, please recommend some other really cool games that I can take a look at. I was thinking of doing more space exploration games and doing another Let's Play of possibly a Star Wars game actually, and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Give you later, and bye bye.